Welcome back to Community Crossfire, another point of view. I'm your host, Norman Oliver. You're watching Community Crossfire, and we are on fire. I do miss my man, Jermaine. Little Jermaine, how you doing? Hope you're having fun. Next week's show is going to be exciting, too. We have County Executive Matt Myers. We have the President of Delaware State University, Dr. Tony Allen. We have Senator Tizzy Lockman. We keep a lineup coming. We keep them coming. We in a fight, right? Now we have a guy who's running for president of County Council, my good friend, Ciro Poppiti. How you doing, Ciro?
Doing great, Norman. Thank you for having me tonight. Actually, it's been 10 years since I've been on Community Crossfire. Great to be back.
Wow. See, I bring you back to life, man.
Yes, you do, in many ways, my friend.
Hey, tell me this. You had an incredible event last night. Was that your announcement?
Yeah, we had a formal kickoff last night. It was great to see so many friends from all different walks of life throughout our county. And we needed to have a kickoff to remind folks there is an election for president of county council. And there is a clear choice this year between the current incumbent and myself. And just want to say thank you to everyone who came out and bolstered our team. We have support throughout this county. We thank you. The Poppiti family thanks you. The Poppiti family loves you. Appreciate it.
Hold on. You said a clear choice? Explain.
Well, I'm running, and I want to back up for a second. The folks who are watching this, I have to really thank them because they've been with me for 10 years. I have a dream job being the Register of Wills for Newcastle County, a job that I love, but I have to take a step now, and the time is now because we need leadership in our county council. We need someone who is going to fight for the values that we collectively share, especially from our great city of Wilmington. And we need someone who will bring ethics, integrity, honor back to the office. We need someone who's going to fight for our seniors. We need someone who is going to fight for Wilmington, fight for artists. And that's why I'm saying there's a clear choice because, you know, I put myself forward with the community to say, hey, it's time to take back this office and it's time to restore integrity and honor to the office.
Wow. Hey, Bob, you said you missed talking about Marvin Thomas and some others. Did you want to clarify that?
I had to. I was talking about the mentors we had. I think about Danny Hicks, Sr. over in Southbridge, and Marvin Thomas, folks and Dr. Trium, folks like that mentored me through the Neighborhood House, and Maurice Pridgett. You know, those folks there, you just can't put a value on what they did for me. And I am forever grateful for their support. And even now, Maurice Pridgett texted me the day before yesterday just saying how proud he was of me for taking this step and would do everything to help me out in whatever he can. And it meant a lot knowing what he's meant to me. It's just those kind of guys. And ladies, I mean, Barbara Hicks, Mrs. White, those folks, man, it just wasn't one person.
It's a village.
It is totally a village, bro.
And Rob, when you have a crowded field like that, how do you get your message out compared to the other candidates?
You know, the thing you have to do is, show the folks. A lot of these parents who know me from Warner, who I've interacted with, they know that, hey, I support them, and I mean the best for their youngsters, because I think of them like mine. So I don't know a parent out there that doesn't want the best for their child. And I take that with me and saying, hey, we can push them forward and make them successful, and without compromising anything. But as our mother said to us, it's a standard that we're not going to let you down from. It's still a standard, and that's not going to change for none of us. And I say that to them. It's nothing going to change for those youngsters in terms of what I think they can achieve.
Thank you. So, Ciro, what is your platform? What are some things that you would like to change on County Council as County Council President?
Well, in actuality, and I just want to pick up on what Robert's saying, hey, I believe, too, in education. I believe, too, in mentorship. I'm an educator. I'm a teacher. But I'm always concerned about that next generation. So you're always going to see young people around me because I'm trying to not just teach them, but show them, live the example, and pave the way for them. Now, in terms of council, we actually have an all-star crew, two wonderful, in fact, county councilmen from the city of Wilmington, and our Democrats really form an all-star crew. But they're hungry for leadership. They've come to me and said, Ciro, we need someone who can run a meeting. We need someone who doesn't think they're the boss of us, but still can lead by example. So the number one thing I can do is not meddle too much. We really do have some all-stars, is just give the council what they're asking for. Someone who can lead a meeting, someone who can lead them by example. And I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing as the Register of Wills, which I've done as an Army officer, which I've done as a lawyer, which I've done as a teacher, and that is fight for our seniors, fight for our artists, fight for those who may have messed up in life and are looking for a second chance, especially the ability to get a pardon or expungement. I'm also going to fight for women's health. I mean, I take a lot of pride in my leadership of the Delaware Breast Cancer Coalition, and we know that breast cancer affects our women of color in greater numbers than others, and so I'm going to also be fighting for women's health.
You know, you've said used some adjectives, Ciro, that I want to clarify. You said the person came on a meeting. You talked about integrity. You talked about competency. I mean, you've thrown some real bombs. What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, they
weren't subtle bombs. They were bombs.
They were bombs, and I think you know, Norman, and those watching at home know, I'm not someone to tear others down. I don't tear others down. I look at positive and I try to build everyone up. I see the positive in everything. But what I'm saying, I'm reflecting what council is saying, not just privately, but publicly in the news. They're looking for a president who can actually lead a meeting. They're looking for a president who can lead them by example and help them, not as being a boss, again, underscored, not by being a boss, not by, lording over them, but simply saying, hey, we are a group of equals, and I will help lead this group of equals to get toward a greater purpose.
Okay, I understand. So, Rob, tell us a little bit about some things that you want to see changed in the school, because you have been in Warner School for a while, as you mentioned, right? And you've been like a disciplinarian, so you've got a first-hand, on-the-ground look at what's been going on.
Storm, one of the things I always advocate for is the resources. I just want to be sure, are they getting all the technology pieces that they need to learn for the next, this is a global economy out here. You have got to be, the technology needed to learn. And we need to make sure our youngsters throughout the city have that equipment to use it, whether it's the iPads, whether it's the Chromebooks. It's not just studying in the classroom anymore. It's also studying at home. And, these youngsters stay up all night trying to play games on the PlayStation. They could be on the Chromebook doing work and things of that nature, but they need the resources and the guidance to know what's expected even when they're not in school. And I think we just got to keep advocating for that, to make sure they have all the tools without fail to be successful in life.
Brother Poppy, how long have you been serving as Recorder of Wills?
10 years. And that's, wow. You, I'm coming back to you because you, the night before the election, put me on television and helped me kick off my first victory. I have to come back and say thank you. It's been 10 wonderful years. And one of my, thing that I'm most proud of is drafting the Seniors Bill of Rights. I'm also very proud that I run a very diverse division of government. We have 20 individuals. My chief deputy is a woman of color. It's probably the greatest decision I made 10 years ago, appointing her. She's done a fantastic job. We have a diverse office. And by listening to these different points of view and listening to my staff, it opens my own eyes. So it's a beautiful thing that we talk and communicate with each other. I say, Ciro, you got to think about this. Ciro, you got to think about that. And my staff, having a diverse staff, they pushed me to a great height. And as you know, and as I go around town bragging, I'm the Register of Wills who generated $2.5 million in found money that was just sitting on the table, found money for Newcastle County.
Hey, let me two things, Brother Poppity, that I would like for you to talk to people about. I know you were involved with pardons, which really hits our community very hard. And also, you're an adjunct professor at the University of Delaware. So you don't know I know all this stuff, right?
Yes.
I study, man. I just seem like a guy like having fun. I really study. I
You
got a
do.
degree from Delaware State University, Delaware State, so it's important. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well,
Answer those questions.
I know you to be a learned fellow, Norman. So, well, I think they go hand in hand, don't they? You know, as an attorney, as someone who has spent their career defending individuals, you know, I realize, and I point the finger at myself, we've all gotten into a hole in our lives. We've all messed up some aspect of our lives, haven't we, gang? None of us is absolutely perfect. And when I look at individuals who may have messed up their lives, I look at them from an education standpoint. I look at them from a mentor standpoint. And I want to lead by example, but at the same time say, hey, I know you're in a hole, but if you want to get out of that hole, I'll help you get out. I'm trying to give a hand to get out of the hole and let folks know that from a legal perspective, from a lawyer's perspective, from an educator's perspective, from a government perspective, we want to throw off that shadow that is sometimes on individuals. We want to help them up so they can become truly productive citizens, so they can redeem themselves and have value. So it's something that has been near and dear to myself, near and dear to my wife, who is, you know, my equal and partner on these ventures. And we started something called the Delaware Pardon Initiative. And using our legal liability insurance, we go out and we help those who may not have access to justice. Okay, how can we clean up your record? How can we get you in line for that pardon? How can we get you in line for that expungement? Our work is never done. Sometimes we feel overwhelmed. We were very happy to partner with our unions and trying to get our fellow brothers and sisters TWIC cards so they would be qualified to work at the port. That was a big thing to make sure that they could clean up their record, to have a job at the port. And again, sort of go together for me because it's from an education standpoint. And hey, I'm not perfect. I've been in a hole. I've messed up. Ciro has messed up. Others have helped me out of a hole. And I want to go back and turn and help others.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the show. We will
Very
be back
good.
next week with other guests. And next time, Ciro, what they don't know, this guy has a wine. He does wine, too. So maybe he'll bring me a nice bottle of wine. I could sit on the set and sip the wine and get my little drink on, you know, say hi to people. Then I say hi to seniors. It look like Norm he's nodding. Yeah. Be up for that good Ciro wine. So we're gonna get out here. And thank you, Ivan. Thank DTV. Thank the whole staff. You guys do an excellent job. And woo, this thing's going to kick off. I hear the mayor's going to have Mayor Mike Pazicki Corner, where he's going to have folks come on and talk about his legislative record. A lot of people are running, and it's going to be a fun time. I try to be clean. I try to be nice, but if it goes south, I'll go south too. I'm from Southbridge. So we out of here. Thank you.